So you've represented numbers using set builder notation. And we moved on to interval notation, which you said was only for real numbers. Another way of representing numbers is using a number line. And we went through how to draw these in class. Numbers at the bottom marking the equal distances between each number. The first thing you need to learn here is if it is a set of natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so on and so on, or whole numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on, or if it's integers, negative and positive whole numbers, we simply put dots on top of the number line. So if I wanted to show the whole numbers greater than 1, whole numbers greater than 1, I would put a dot on 2, 3, 4, and those are going to keep going, so we put an arrow. That's for natural numbers, whole numbers, and integers. But if they are rational numbers or real numbers, we're going to use a solid line with special dots at the end. I'll show you when we do an example. But if I wanted to do the real numbers between negative 2 and 4, and I draw a line from negative 2 and 4, remember you have to use a ruler. And if I want to show that negative 2 is included, I'm going to use a solid dot, color it in. But if, for example, it's the real numbers from negative 2 to 4, and 4 is not included, we're going to use an open dot. And just above it, we're going to show what set it belongs to. So here's an example with the real numbers. So because it's real numbers, we're going to use a solid line. We read our statement here. X is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 4. So it's two numbers going from 0 to 4, and they are the real numbers. So we're going to use a solid line drawn from 0 to 4. Remember, we've got to use special dots. I want to use a solid dot if the number is included. I want to use an open dot if the number is not included. So here, x is greater than or equal to 0. So it can be 0, 0 can be included. We're going to color in our dot, make it a solid dot. But it is less than 4. It's not equal to 4, it's less than 4. For that, we've got to use an open dot, and we show it as a set of real numbers. In this case, x is the element of natural numbers. So we're going to put dots on top of the natural numbers. When we read our statement here, x is greater than 1. Well, the natural number is greater than 1. It doesn't include 1, so we don't put a dot on 1. But we're getting bigger. The next natural number after 1 is 2, then 3, and then 4. And this is going to go on and on and on, so we draw an arrow showing it. You see we use dots on top because they're the natural numbers, not lines. We must use a dot. Or in this case, they're integers. X is the element of integers. So again, we're going to use dots on top of the numbers. We read our statement. X is less than or equal to negative 1. So because of this equal sign, less than or equal to, it means it can be negative 1. They're integers getting smaller, so we go negative 1, or can be negative 2, or negative 3, and this is going to go on and on and on. We put our arrow there. Now it's written as a sentence, whole numbers that are less than 4. So it doesn't include 4, they are the whole numbers less than 4. And remember, when we're working with whole numbers, they go 0, 1, 2, on and on and on. So what are the whole numbers less than 4? We want to put dots on those numbers. Well, less than 4 are these numbers over here. So we can put a dot on 3, 2, 1, and 0. And this I want to point out to you. Because it says the whole numbers that are less than 4, we can only put dots on those whole numbers. We don't put an arrow showing it goes further because these numbers along here are not whole numbers. Those are integers. So what are the whole numbers less than 4? They are 3, 2, 1, and 0. Or the rational numbers between negative 4 and 9. We said for real numbers and rational numbers, we're going to draw a solid line. So we go from negative 4 all the way to 9. Oh, this is going to be a horrible line. Negative 4 all the way to 9. You use a ruler. So we draw our solid line. And the question says it's the rational numbers that are between negative 4 and 9. So they're not included. There we can go and put our open dots because they're not included. All right, go and practice these, see what you come up with.